Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have an exciting topic to explore: a 1973 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that could be worth a staggering $1.4 million. That's right, this little penny could turn your pocket change into a fortune. So stick around to learn what makes this coin so valuable and how you might just have one hidden away. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins you might own. Let's start with a bit of background on the 1973 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny, as we know it today, has been in circulation since 1909. It was created to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, this humble penny has seen many design changes and minting variations, some of which became incredibly rare and valuable, and now, the 1973 penny we're talking about is one of these rarities. Most pennies produced in 1973 had either a D mint mark for Denver or an S mint mark for San Francisco. However, the penny in question has no mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While pennies without mint marks aren't unusual, this particular 1973 Lincoln penny stands out for another reason: its superb condition and unique minting error ***, which is why it's worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million today. You might be wondering, what makes this penny so special? After all, we all have Lincoln pennies in our pocket change. Well, several factors contribute to its extreme value. Condition is one of the most important factors when it comes to coin collecting. This 1973 no mint mark penny reached the rarest classification, mint state 67 ***, meaning it's almost flawless. Coins in such pristine condition are hard to come by, especially from a year where pennies were mass-produced in the billions. Coins that remain in near-perfect condition after over 50 years are considered rare treasures. There's also speculation about a subtle minting error on some of these pennies. The details are usually found in the strike quality, with some coins being struck with sharper, more defined edges, while others show a slight doubling on certain features like Lincoln's face or the date. Collectors love these unique characteristics, as they make the coin stand out from regular ones. Finally, the rarity of this particular coin plays a huge role. Though millions of 1973 pennies were minted, only a few survived in such exceptional condition. Rare coins like this generate massive demand from collectors, who are willing to pay big bucks for a piece of history. One of these rare 1973 no mint mark pennies was sold at auction for $1.4 million. That's enough to buy a house or even a few luxury cars, all from a single penny. So, now the big question: how can you tell if your 1973 penny is worth $1.4 million? Let's walk through a few steps you can take to evaluate your coins. Start by looking for the mint mark just below the date on the front of the coin. If there's no mint mark, that's a good sign it was minted in Philadelphia. The next step is to evaluate the condition of the coin. A penny in poor condition, with scratches or wear, is unlikely to be worth much. However, if you have a coin that looks shiny and well preserved, it might be worth getting professionally graded. A certified mint state grade of 67 or higher is key to reaching the high-end values. Examine the coin carefully for any unusual features, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or other errors. These small imperfections can significantly increase the coin's value. If you're not sure, take it to a professional coin dealer or grading service to get it checked. Finally, if you think you have a high-quality 1973 penny with no mint mark, it's essential to get it graded by a professional service like PCGS. To wrap things up, the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a prime example of how a small, everyday coin can be worth a fortune if it's the right one. While not every 1973 penny is going to make you a millionaire, it's worth taking a closer look at the change in your pocket. You never know what treasures you might find. If you have a 1973 penny, especially one in excellent condition, it could be worth getting it appraised. You might be sitting on a goldmine without even realizing it. Before we go, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and leave a comment if you have any questions about coin collecting. Have you ever come across a rare coin? Let me know in the comments below, and of course, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. We're diving deep into what makes this specific coin so valuable. So, stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might want to start checking your change jar. The 1961 Lincoln penny is a part of the long-standing Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909. The year 1961 saw the production of millions of these pennies at the Philadelphia Mint, which explains why many of these coins don't carry a mint mark. Now, the absence of a mint mark signifies that the coin was produced in Philadelphia. While this in itself doesn't make the penny rare, what makes a handful of 1961 Lincoln pennies so extraordinarily valuable is a combination of several unique factors, including condition, rarity, and most importantly, errors. So, what exactly could make a 1961 penny worth over $1 million? One-word errors. Some of these rare 1961 pennies were struck with unusual errors, such as double die obverse, which means the design was imprinted twice on the same side, creating a distinct and rare doubling effect. Another critical factor is condition. A penny in poor condition may still fetch a few dollars, but one in pristine condition, often graded MS68 or higher, can skyrocket in value. For the 1961 Lincoln penny, high-grade coins, especially those with errors, are incredibly scarce and therefore command enormous prices at auctions. Imagine finding one in mint state or with perfect doubling in your pocket change. In fact, some of these coins have been sold for upwards of $1.2 million in recent auctions. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay a fortune for a pristine, error-filled 1961 Lincoln penny. And while it's rare, it's not impossible to find one. Condition plays a major role in determining value. A typical 1961 penny in circulated condition may only be worth a few cents over its face value. But when that same penny is in near-perfect condition, with rare errors like double die strikes, its value can reach astronomical heights. Experts suggest always looking for clean, sharp details on Lincoln's face, clear inscriptions, and, of course, any doubling or misprints. So, what should you look for in your 1961 pennies? Start by checking the coin's condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable it could be. Next, inspect for errors like doubling, misaligned dies, or any unusual features that set the penny apart from others. And remember, getting your coin professionally graded is key if you suspect it's a valuable find. Some of the most valuable 1961 Lincoln pennies have fetched millions at auction. One particular penny with a high mint state grade and an error recently sold for an incredible $1.2 million. It's hard to believe that something so small could be worth so much, but for collectors, it's all about rarity and perfection. Imagine finding one of these million-dollar pennies hidden in your own collection. It may seem like a long shot, but people just like you have discovered incredible coin treasures. Always check your pocket change, old piggy banks, or inherited coin collections. You never know what might be waiting for you. That's the exciting part of coin collecting. There's always a chance that an everyday object could be worth a fortune. So, keep an eye out for those 1961 Lincoln pennies without a mint mark, and who knows? You might just hit the jackpot. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with your friends and let them know they could be holding on to $1 million penny. Have you found any rare coins? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, your change could be worth a fortune. We're going to talk about one of the most fascinating pennies out there, the 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny, and how it could be worth a staggering $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, 1 cent turning into a fortune. Now, most of us have seen Lincoln pennies, but what makes this one so special? Is it just an old penny, or is there something more hidden in its history? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just be checking your change for one of these rare coins. Before we jump into why this penny is worth so much, let's rewind back to the 1960s. The 1967 Lincoln penny was part of a special time in U.S. coinage history. That's because during this period, the U.S. Mint stopped adding mint marks to coins. The U.S. Mint was dealing with a coin shortage in the mid-1960s, so to streamline production and prevent hoarding, they decided to stop using mint marks on pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. This means that all pennies from 1965, 1966, and 1967 lack a mint mark, regardless of where they were produced, be it in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. So, if all 1967 pennies don't have a mint mark, what makes this particular one so valuable? Let's dig into the details. To the naked eye, the 1967 penny may look like just another old coin. But what collectors are really looking for is something called condition and rarity. There are millions of 1967 pennies, but finding one in pristine condition, almost as if it just rolled out of the mint yesterday, is extremely rare. And that's where the high value comes in. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by organizations like PCGS and NGC. A grade of MS67 or higher, that's mint state 67, is almost unheard of for a 1967 Lincoln penny. Why? Well, most of these pennies have been circulating in people's pockets, purses, and cash registers for decades, which wears them down. A penny in this near-perfect condition is what could fetch up to $1.3 million at auction. Collectors and investors are willing to pay a premium for a penny in this top-tier condition, because they know how incredibly scarce it is. Now, you're probably wondering, what exactly makes a 1967 penny so valuable, and how can you tell if you have one? Here are the key factors that determine the value of this penny. As we mentioned earlier, condition is everything. A penny graded as MS67 or higher will command top dollar. Look for a penny that has no major scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear. Luster refers to the shiny, almost reflective surface of a coin. The better the luster, the higher the value. A strong, sharp strike means that the details on the coin, like Lincoln's face and the wording, are clear and precise. There are plenty of 1967 pennies out there, but very few that are in near-perfect condition. This rarity is what really drives up the price. One of the highest recorded sales of a 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny was for over $1.3 million. This was due to its MS67 plus grade and flawless condition, which made it incredibly rare and desirable among collectors. These kinds of sales don't happen every day, but when they do, they make headlines in the numismatic world. So, if you happen to have a 1967 penny in your collection, it might be worth getting it graded. You never know, it could be one of these million-dollar coins. If you want to check whether your 1967 penny is valuable, here's a simple process to follow. Look for any major signs of wear or damage. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. If you think your penny is in excellent shape, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll assign a grade and confirm its value. Check auction sites or coin collector forums to see if any 1967 pennies similar to yours have sold recently and for how much. And there you have it, folks. The 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a simple penny that could potentially be worth $1.3 million. Be sure to check your old coin jars and collections, because who knows, you might be sitting on a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. And let me know in the comments, do you have any rare coins you've been wondering about? Thanks for watching, and we're diving deep into the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm, with one valued at an astonishing $1.1 million. Stick around to find out what makes this coin so special and how you can check if you've hit the jackpot. While most of us overlook the pennies we come across every day, collectors and coin enthusiasts are always on the lookout for rare treasures. The 1974 Lincoln penny with no mint mark might seem like just another coin at first glance, but there's something extraordinary about it. So, what is it that makes this penny so valuable? The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, honoring the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. Each penny has its own story, and for the 1974 edition, that story is pretty unique. In 1974, the U.S. Mint struck billions of pennies. Most were produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint typically don't have a mint mark, but not all pennies are created equal. That year, there were some striking errors and unique compositions that have made certain 1974 pennies incredibly rare. So why exactly is one of these 1974 pennies valued at a jaw-dropping $1.1 million? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and special characteristics. Some of the most sought-after coins are valuable due to errors, variations in composition, or simply because very few survived in mint condition. The 1974 no-mint mark penny that fetched this incredible price is one such rarity. This specific coin is in near-perfect MS67 plus condition, meaning it's virtually flawless and has been preserved in pristine condition for decades. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A grade like MS67 Plus, mint state, is extremely hard to come by, especially for a coin that's been in circulation since the 1970s. This penny was stored so carefully that it managed to avoid the typical wear and tear that most coins face. So, you're probably wondering, how can you tell if your 1974 penny could be worth millions? Here are the key features you need to look for. If your 1974 penny doesn't have a mint mark, it was struck in Philadelphia. But just having no mint mark isn't enough, there's more. The biggest factor in value is the condition. Look for a coin that's free of scratches, dings, or discoloration. The more flawless, the better. Check the edges of the coin and the details of Lincoln's profile. The sharper the features, the more likely you have a higher graded penny. In 1974, the U.S. Mint experimented with different metals to replace copper in pennies due to rising costs. Most 1974 pennies are made of copper, but a few aluminum pennies were produced as experimental coins, and these are extremely valuable. If you happen to find an aluminum version of the 1974 penny, you might just have one of the rarest U.S. coins ever struck. In recent years, collectors have gone wild for high-grade Lincoln pennies. In 2023, a 1974 no-mint mark penny, in perfect condition, sold at auction for a staggering $1.1 million. This sale sent shockwaves through the collecting community, as it marked one of the highest prices ever paid for a penny from this era. It's important to remember that coins reaching these prices aren't just rare, they're in exceptional condition and are highly coveted by elite collectors. And with coins like these, prices can only continue to rise as demand increases. If you think you've found a valuable 1974 penny, the first step is to get it professionally graded. Reputable companies like Asterisk can evaluate your coin and give it an official grade. This process is crucial if you want to sell your coin at auction or to a serious collector. It may cost a small fee, but having your coin graded could mean the difference between selling it for a few dollars or walking away with life-changing money. So, could you be sitting on a fortune? The 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest coin can hold incredible value. Go through your change, check those penny jars, and see if you might be the lucky owner of a $1.1 million dollar treasure. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Who knows, your next penny discovery could be worth a fortune.